think we both, okay, let's talk about the things we have in common other than good hair. We have a lot of things in common that I think are interesting. Our
Fake tan.
love, our love, well, you're Greek and I'm in the sun every day.
Yes.
Our love
You put
for,
sun in?
it's not sun in, dude.
Can I touch it? Because it's really, ow. You have beautiful hair.
Well, we're going to get to another conversation
Me too.
about
People
hair
are-
and stuff.
It's shallow.
Can I say what we have in common, for fuck's sake? I have to start getting belligerent with my guests. Hey gang, welcome back to Stories to Tell. We took a week off again. It's been a little crazy the last couple of weeks. I've been everywhere, man. I've been having a lot of fun the last couple of weeks, but it's been a busy travel time. Daisy and I, my beautiful wife, Daisy Fuentes, and I were in Vegas about a week and a half ago at the Latin Grammys, where we presented a Grammy to Bad Bunny. That was fun. It's the first time that Daisy and I have ever been on TV together like that, where we presented an award at a big award show together. That was really fun. I'm so proud of her, and I'm so proud to stand next to her in all of her glory and beauty and brilliance. So that was really fun, and we saw some people we knew there and had a fun couple of nights in Las Vegas. I love Las Vegas for like 2 nights, max. And that was really fun. We were actually in Vegas the week before that, just for fun. We went to see Barry Manilow in concert. Now, Barry Manilow and I met when I was about 19 years old. And then we became friendly in the early 90s. He's one of the only artists who ever reached out to me when I was having hits, just to congratulate me, or just to say, great job. I love what you're doing. It was a really nice phone call to get. And then we ended up going to lunch, and then we became pretty good friends for years. And wrote a couple of songs together. One of the songs we wrote together is a duet that's out there in the world, a duet with Barbra Streisand called I Won't Be the One to Let Go. And we worked together on that. And then we just sort of fell out we just kind of lost touch for a long time. And haven't been in touch in a long time. And I saw an ad for his concert or something, and I asked Daisy, I said, have you ever seen Barry Manilow in concert? She goes, no, never. I always wanted to. And I said, let's go. So we went where he's doing this lifetime residency at the Westgate. I mean, he tours all around the world, but when he's in America, he always does a certain amount of shows in Las Vegas every year. And I guess, even though I tried to arrange tickets the old-fashioned way, his team found out that we were going to be there. So they gave us like the perfect seats, the most perfect center booth, and then brought us back to say hello. And it was really nice to see Barry and hug it out and introduce him to Daisy. And he's 82 years old and just a master showman. I mean, that catalog of songs, you know every song, especially if you're of a certain age. You know every song at a Barry Manilow concert. But he's just sings great still. He's such a showman. He's just one of the last of the great entertainers. So if you get a chance to see him anywhere, go see him. Speaking of great entertainers, my guest on this week's episode of Stories to Tell is someone who's been famous all his life, pretty much, Mr. John Stamos. I think about John's career, and I think, from the time he started as a teenager on General Hospital and became a teen idol, and then Full House, which, just rocketed him to stardom, even more so. But throughout the years, he's had such a diverse and interesting career. He's made really bold and interesting choices. He's done a lot of theater. He's done a lot of musicals. He sings. he's got this whole separate life and career as a drummer for the Beach Boys. And he's a really solid drummer and plays guitar and sings. And I mean, he makes a living separately from his acting career. He makes a living as a musician. So we speak that language together. And we both are, one of the things that bonded John and me together, I think, is our mutual admiration for the old school entertainers, like Barry Manilow, but I mean, even before him. Like, John and I just sit around and nerd out about Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr., and he was great friends with some of those guys. He was really good friends with Don Rickles. And like me, John has always gravitated towards older people because we both learned early on that we have a lot to learn from them. We figured that out. And we just like to be in the company of people who have that kind of experience and those kind of lives. He's very funny. We give each other a ton of shit. Like, if you didn't know us, you would think that we don't like each other, I think. But it's sort of, that's another old school thing too, which has become maybe a little unfashionable. I don't care. It's just like you give your friends shit. It's all out of affection. And I really do, don't tell him I said this, but I really, really do think the world of John. He's a really good guy. He's a really good dad. He waited a long time to have a family and become a father, and he takes that role so seriously. But he's a good human. Like, he wants good things for good people. And I like him. I like him more than I let on. And I think you see that in this episode. We talk so much shit about so many things, but this was a really fun hang, and I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't subscribed to Stories to Tell, do so now. Oh, and you got to watch, speaking of Stamos, you got to watch John in his latest endeavor, which he is in the cast of Palm Royale this season, which is a very different role for him too. And he's got a lot of stuff coming up, which he talks about in this episode. But subscribe to our show, Stories to Tell your friends about it. And right now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Stories to Tell with my pal, Mr. John Stamos. He's way too handsome for my taste. This is kind of weird to toast, but
Right, that's good.
I'm
Cheers.
not drinking, on
You're not
review
drinking?
today. I'm
Okay.
not drinking. Well, it's also a little early.
Not for you.
No,
Let me ask a question.
early for me.
Out of all your guests, am I the one with the least plastic surgery? I'm just asking.
I mean,
You
when
can
you say
cut that
least, how much have you had? Let's just get into that.
It's like, no, I don't have plastic surgery.
I don't know. I mean, I don't tell
I just-
on guests.
Just kidding. But
I
I do
haven't
like.
had any yet.
No, you look good. I like the streaks and tips too.
That's real. That's just the sun.
From being in Australia?
No, just from being outside here. We
Did
live in
you-
we live in Los Angeles, John.
We're gonna take the piss out of each other,
Yeah,
folks.
just so you know.
I mean, if you're looking for some sweet ass interview
no,
like
no,
with
no.
Rick
This is gonna
Springfield
get-
or whatever,
this
it's
could
not
get
gonna
mean.
be. I'm turning my phone off too, Rick.
Wow. Different.
No, but I mean, I watched the interview with you guys because I'm a Rick Springfield fan, and the phone was ringing the whole time.
Right.
You were coming up to like these great questions, like, okay, you wrote Living in Oz, and I want to ask you, but I know every song from that thing, but here's the question I want to ask you.
Yeah. It's very, very non-pro.
No, the pipe that's not that one. Right.
It was non-pro.
And it goes on.
And his pool was really loud. That was the show, because we were experimenting. I did the first one with
Clearly.
Katie Couric at her house that she was renting. I did one with our friend Matt Friend
Oh, you did?
at a bar in Silver Lake. And then we did one at Rick's house, and Jameson over here, who does the show with me, and Matt here, we were like, no, we need to do it at one place.
No, this is beautiful.
This is the good.
This is the place to tell the
We can
stories.
control it better, and if somebody's phone rings, we cut.
Yeah. Oh, mine is off because I'm professional.
I was thinking this morning about how we met.
This show's going to be good. This is going to be a good one.
You remember where we met?
Was
we
it-
interacted on Twitter, I think, a little bit, but when we met,
you defended me. Well, we should talk about that. I was thinking about that too because I was going at it with Scott Baio. You were too, probably. And you jumped in, and then you and I goofed off. And then I
Yeah, we
came
did.
to you and I said, you got to get off Twitter. You're killing yourself. And your wife was like, yeah, it's too much. He's
Fucking toxic waste dump.
I'm not on there anymore.
No,
I deleted a bunch of people so I don't have to see their shit.
I don't ever see it.
Well, was it that dinner that we had at?
Yes.
Okay. Now here's the story about that dinner, and I remember it clearly now because my date was obsessed with you.
Oh, that beautiful Australian actress.
Yes. And all she wanted to do was talk about Richard Marx. Oh my God, Richard Marx. She was screaming in her pants, like this at dinner the whole time. I go, why are you slipping off the thing? Richard Marx is here. Yeah, I know Richard Marx. So is Dave Grohl. So is this. So is that.
Yeah, it was good. It was a great hang.
Yeah. But
Good guest list.
was that the first time we met?
Yeah.
That was a great dinner, right?
It was great.
That was at
Dave Cause's
house. And he was like, hey, you want to go to dinner? We're on a rooftop somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was you.
Me. Darren.
Who?
Chris.
Darren Chris was there?
With his then girlfriend, Mia.
Did I bring them?
No. I don't think so.
I forgot Darren was there.
Tavis Smiley was there?
Who's that?
The talk show host.
Oh.
Who's that?
I don't know.
And Dave Grohl was there.
Dave Grohl.
But the reason Dave Grohl was there,
Was
and I
it
had
there
never
for any
met
drama?
Dave, because Dave Grohl was there because his wife had a crush on you. No, it wasn't that. It was that Dave Grohl, do you know this? Is Dave Cause's godfather. No, Dave Cause is Dave Grohl's godfather.
Dave Grohl's godfather?
Yes.
Wow.
They were friendly for years, and...
You mean his godfather of his kids?
No.
There
was this weird thing where, as an adult, Dave Grohl said, I'd never had a godfather. And he was having dinner with Cause. They were friends for a long time. And Dave Cause says, well, I'll be your godfather if you want. And Grohl says, really? Because I would like to have a godfather.
Yeah.
So Dave Cause says, okay, but if you're going to do this, we're going to do it. We're going to see each other. We're going to have regular visits, and we're going to be part of each other's lives. And it's not just Hollywood bullshit.
Baptism and everything too.
I don't know how far it went.
To get baptized. And so,
but he was there, and I was excited to meet Dave Grohl because
he was cool. He was telling
fan.
great stories. I remember him telling stories about
Great
McCartney and
yeah,
and just playing on the road and stuff. But yeah, no, Nikki, I was with this Australian girl.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I think she mentioned it recently too.
Well, she came to my show in Australia last year. I didn't see her, but she.
Did I get her
she was
tickets
there.
for you?
She posted about it. She's beautiful and she a successful actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you showed up with.
You still got it though. That's the girls. Do you find it weird? Like I'm appreciative, but girls were screaming for us when they were in their 18, 19, 20s, in their 20s and stuff. And now those girls have grown up in their 50s and 60s and they're still screaming. And I don't know why. It's just recently I've just really been thinking about it, and I love it. I'm grateful, but it's interesting.
Interesting
right?
how?
Well, it's just grow up, stop. But
you don't want that to stop, right?
No,
I like it.
But I mean, they really act like teenagers again, and it's good. But see, I'm diabolical because I've been on shows that every 4 years there's a new Full House fan born. See, so I keep the things young.
Right. You have that through line.
Yeah.
I saw a clip I was scrolling, I think yesterday, and it was a really good quote, but it was on the Howard Stern show, which was a bummer for me. But you were talking about, and I'm paraphrasing probably a little bit, but I thought it was interesting, that you were doing a play with James Earl Jones.
Right.
And you felt a little embarrassed every time you would come out the stage door.
Well, let me back it up because working with him was like the greatest.
Yeah.
He was the greatest living actor at the time. He passed away.
Yeah. And were you guys friends too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always I always had mentors in my life.
I know, we're going to talk about that.
But he became one of them. Maybe one of the last greats that I had. Now I got to be the mentor because I'm old and this feeling too.
Yep.
So working with him was like, it doesn't get. I'm toe to toe with him in this Gore Vidal drama on Broadway. It was like a 3-hour show, two act breaks. I remember Josh Groban coming and said, that was long. I said, so was your third album. He thought it was funny, I think.
That's good.
Yeah. But it was right. It was long. But it was, and so the last night, my great reviews and people, standing ovation. I mean, for them, there was a great actress. Angela Lansbury was in it.
Wow.
And, John somebody.
Legend.
No, that guy, what the hell is it?
John Larroquette.
Yeah, what can I? Yeah, Larroquette.
How do I know? What is his
we didn't get
password?
along. I mean, we got along. He's a cerebral guy that did, him and I did. I mean, we were fine. But in the show, we hated each other, so it was fine. We didn't really talk until we got on stage, and we just. But the last night, I was walking across the stage. I'll never forget. The stagehands are taking the set down and everything, and I said, "Big Daddy," he said, "Yeah, Little John." I said, "What you've done for me is no one's done. You really gave me a sense of legitimacy. I'm standing on this stage," and he was so helpful. And he would the curtain would go down. And he would go rehearse scenes with me after.
Wow.
We'd go over stuff. And I just said, I'm grateful. I mean, people look at me differently now thanks to you. And, I think I'm really respected as a real actor now. Stage doors open, bunch of fans. Uncle Jesse! And I want to die. I'm going to crawl under this thing and run away from Broadway for the rest of my life. And he's standing next, he's signing something, and they're saying, Uncle Jesse, say have mercy. I'm like, oh my God. I look over to him, and just as I look over, someone's got a phone out and say, James, could you say, Luke, I am your father, into my phone? And we both look at each other and fuck it.
Right.
And that's what I really said. I don't care. Call me Uncle Jesse. Call me late for it doesn't matter. I'm grateful to have been on that show. I get to still work with James Earl Jones and great act. I just finished Palm Royale working with Kristen Wiig and, great Allison Janney and, good actors. So I really learned to embrace the Full House part of it.
I love that you came to that at all.
Yes.
But I'm curious why all of us torture ourselves a little bit with the things that made us the most famous.
Right.
Why? I mean, I had my battles with that too, and I'm kind of where
Did you ever I'm not doing Right Here Waiting for You?
Never. No, I would never do that because that's a fuck you to the audience.
Right. But some people do that.
And it's a trend, dude.
Or you know what else they do? They fuck up the melodies of these songs.
Yeah.
And they sing them like shit. I'm like, what song is that? Oh, that's the song I've been waiting for the whole concert.
Can we vent about this for a second? Because I talk about this to the audience now.
Okay.
I tell the audience after I come out, I do my first few songs because it's good theater, right? Don't talk too soon.
And you do a whole bit about the I've been to many of his shows. I wear his t-shirts
one of my shows
when I can. You do a whole bit where the guy told you what to drink before Rod Stewart or something. Was it Rod Stewart?
Yeah, it's okay.
Hugh Jackman? Who was it? You
Bryan
drop a lot of
Adams.
names in the show.
Bryan Adams. Oh, no, Sheila E. turned me on to it, and then I taught it to Bryan Adams.
Right. And then he had diarrhea, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, good story, huh?
Come on, we need some humor on this thing.
I tell the audience from the get-go, I might do a new song or two, but that's it. Yeah. I'm just doing the songs that you can sing with, because I know that that's what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm very proud of what I did.
Should be.
But the point is, I say this now to the audience also, that there's this trend going with bands and artists who don't want to do their hits. Right. And I say to the audience, do you guys know how fucking hard it is to have a hit, let alone multiple hits, and you don't want to play them?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I don't know these young artists, but yeah. So you never had that. You were always, well, why not celebrate? To me, it's a little different as an actor because Full House was a very specific type of show. It was a sitcom. It was light and and I always, when I was on it, I always wanted to be on something more serious. Like at the time, Seinfeld was coming around, these shows. Right. I said, I want to be on that kind of show. I don't want a romper room here with this thing.
Right.
And I thought of myself as more of a serious actor. And, it's all common stuff to think about then. And then for years, it just was like, okay, well, I'm done with that. And I went and did a lot of other things. Yeah. But it just kept coming back and coming like a bad taco or something.
I think with you, maybe, I'm sure I'm not the first one to mention this. I think, if anything, that you could point to as a hurdle, even if you will, because you've been a very lucky man and continue to be.
Lucky.
Not just in your life, but in your career for sure. But I have often, when I've thought of you, I've thought your celebrity and your fame as a famous person has maybe overshadowed your artistic career a little bit. I know some stuff you've done. Like when you were on ER, I was like, oh, fuck. God damn it, he's really good. That really pissed me off. And I've seen you in other things. You did this, what was the movie you did where you were a murderer in this little town and you fell in love with the local wife, but you were like
the TV movie or something?
Yeah, weren't you
the
like
cop?
No, maybe you were like a
Indian
preacher, and you were a con man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was really a wonderful storyline, and
I know what you're saying about like the famous. I don't think I'm that famous, but they mentioned me in like all these movies. Like I remember being in the movie theater watching Step Brothers, and all of a sudden, you know that bit where they say, "What's your favorite dinosaur? What's your favorite this? If you were a girl, who's the one guy you would have sleep with? John Stamos. Did we just become best friends?" And I'm looking like, did they just mention like all your stuff on TV? So I get what you're saying. Like, does that hurt? But then, you know, like I said, I just been working with some of the greatest actors on, you know, I just did a horror film with Danny DeVito. And so, I mean, you would think that.
Is that the one where I was in the car with you and you were telling them about your haircut? There was a little issue with, wasn't that the one where you went up to like, you were in the woods, you were in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, we were in the car and you were having a FaceTime with the directors and you were going, no. I'm not using your hair person.
Oh yeah, right.
This is too important.
We were,
but it was like really bloody and gory and shit, right? You said to me, you're gonna dig this.
I think you will.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get to do those things. You were so kind. Well, no, you didn't ask me to play on your latest album. I asked you.
I didn't.
If I could play on it.
That was so fucking awesome.
It was, because I was like, it was one of those things where he played me some of his new stuff and it's great. We both share a love for Sinatra and, you know, the old guys and stuff. And and I'm sure we'll talk about it, but I just was blown away by it. But I was like, this missing some percussion on this thing.
I wonder who plays percussion.
But you didn't ask me. I think you were going to put percussion on in England or something. And I texted you, I was like, hey, you need some conga? Can I play some? And then it was like it was a beat, you know, like you're waiting for a text.
Typing.
Type. Like, this is a Grammy Award-winning artist who, you know, I'm a fan. I was like, I'm asking to play on his fucking record.
What do
you know?
I say?
And then what did you? You were like, yeah, okay. Or so, like.
I didn't say it like that.
I thought it was kind of a blow, sort of a, you know.
I was like, sure.
Yeah, I mean, you only have the greatest musicians on there.
I can't erase it if we don't record it.
You can't fix it, like I'm sure you did.
No, I was really, really flattered that you. I even said to Daisy, I was like, fucking Stamos just asked to play on the record.
But you have every great Vinnie Kelly, like all these, you know, superstars on there. You know, you could have got Sheila E., your girl, to play.
She didn't ask me, you did.
I'm glad I did because
and you crushed it. It was when we got there, because you said it was Summer Wind that you heard, that you were like, I feel like it needs congas, man. I want to play, and I was like, great. So I thought that's what we would do. But then when we got over there to my son's house, you were like, well, what you know?
What about this song? What about that song?
What else?
I played on the whole album.
You played on
almost
like half
every
the album.
I crapped up. but it was very funny too because there was some cord missing or some adapter or something.
Yes.
Because we both
that
had
is
headphones.
A good story. Yeah.
And then so he goes, let's go to Best Buy. I'm like, do you have a hat? Like, we're too famous to walk into Best Buy together.
I'm not.
And he's like, no, we don't need it. I'm like, yeah, we probably do. He's like, you wait in the car. I wait in the car like an idiot. He comes back. We can't start the car.
Right. Because the key was the fob fell underneath the seat, and we were both trying. I'm
under his thing trying to find it. These are like rich people problems, folks.
Yeah.
I don't know what's the car was a big.
The car wouldn't start.
It wouldn't start, so he's calling everybody like, "How do we start the car?" I'm like, "What's this guy doing?" I go to the recording session. He doesn't have a cord.
This is before we even recorded a note.
I was exhausted by the time we did it. We're at Best Buy. They don't have the thing at Best Buy.
Right.
Your son's got tools. I said, is there there's a fucking crescent wrench? He's like, I don't know. I rent this place.
It wasn't a real studio. It was just as a part of his house.
Yes. I'm digging through trying to find I don't even know about tools, but I thought, well, if we had a crescent wrench.
Because you brought over a microphone, I think, and he didn't have the adapter to use that microphone.
Well, yeah. He said,
something like that.
Well, here's what scared me. He said, yeah, I'd love you to play on my album. Because meet at this place, that place. Could you bring a mic? I'm like, well, take that Grammy and
no, I went to you. Is there a mic that because a lot of you fucking divas.
No, you needed an extra mic that was, you know. But it turned out to be. Here's what happened
at Best Buy, though. Here's what happened at Best Buy.
Yeah, you got pissed off at somebody.
No.
Nobody's there to help me.
Well, I couldn't get anybody to help me, but here's the thing.
Did you get recognized?
Stamos is all fucking worried. Well, do you have hat and fucking Marx Brothers glasses so we don't get mobbed at Best Buy? And I'm like, man, this is not going to be a problem. So he's all like, I can't go into Best Buy. I'm too famous. I was like, okay, wait in the fucking car. And I go in, and literally in the entire store, there's like 3 people. 2 of them are salespeople.
Yeah.
And they're going, hey. And I go, do you have and no. Okay.
That was it.
So it's a good thing you avoided that.
Well, those 2 would have mobbed us.
Yes.
I don't care how many. I mean, the 2, you know.
It reminds me once when I was first dating Daisy, there used to be a Radio Shack in Malibu.
Yeah.
And I needed some adapter or something. And these are early days of our dating. And we pulled an adapter. For some, I know what it was. We were flying somewhere. Not that kind of adapter. A wrong store. Radio Shack wouldn't have that. Some of his other
guests, right?
Radio Shack wouldn't have
good artists. He has great people.
Radio Shack wouldn't have that. It was one of those splitters when you both want to listen to the same stuff. Splitter. So I said, I need to get a splitter. And so I pull up.
You can laugh.
And Daisy goes, I'll wait here. And I went,
she's too famous too?
No, she went, I'm not going in there. And I was like, wow. I said, you're too cool to go into radio. She goes, choose your battles. Right. And I went, wow, okay.
So that's why you let me stay in the car.
Yeah.
Because of Daisy.
Yeah.
We both did, but you really married up on that one.
We both married up.
Yeah.
We're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean.
You know what's great about our wives? I think, I don't know your relationship that well, but I have read books about it. There's a whole thing on your
You had her calendar?
Yeah.
I
did. Our wives they don't take our bullshit. They just call us on stuff, right?
No. Does Caitlin call you on your shit? Cool.
And they don't get too excited about us.
Us.
Yeah. I mean, although Daisy's at all your concerts. Caitlin comes
Daisy's like a real cheerleader.
Does she give you notes?
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? Notes.
Like what?
She gives me volumes.
What? What does she say?
Look,
you imagine?
My wife.
Let me get my
bless her. It doesn't matter whether it's a gig or an outfit I'm wearing or anything. She's always got some.
No, I would take.
She'll go, can I put something in your hair? Or can I please? Can you not?
I get the from her like outfits and looks and stuff, but the music maybe I don't know. Does she know? Was she sang on? Did she help you write Magic Hour?
She wrote Magic Hour with me. Yeah, she wrote the lyrics. She's not musical. She's got this weird thing. It's like right in her thought. No,
I've seen it.
She's got this weird talent. She cannot sing in tune. Yeah. But when she's singing along with something, she sings a perfect harmony and she doesn't understand what she's doing. Dude, it's really weird.
Well.
Like if I'm singing, like if Right Here Waiting's on in the car, wherever you go,
or an
she'll
elevator.
Sing, wherever you go.
And she knows the harmony.
She knows it's off.
That's
but
weird.
And I'll look at her and I'll go, that's not the melody, but that's like the right harmony.
But will she sing the harmony if the song's not on? When she sings poorly, is it?
No, if there's no song to sing along with, it's just like cats screeching.
Harmony is the can you just hear, like if you heard a Beach Boys song, could you hear all the parts and be able to do them?
Oh,
how do you do that? How is that?
I don't know if I can explain it. You just hear, like if I hear a series of notes, I mathematically know what the low harmony should be, what the higher harmony should be. I mean, you working with the Beach Boys all day. You sing background vocals.
I always thought you were a piano player, but guitar is your main thing.
No, both.
What are you better at?
No, I'm not particularly great at either.
Let's go see.
No. I'm not particularly
You write on a
great
guitar or
player.
a piano?
I don't write on an instrument, really.
What do you do?
I write
just
on here.
But before this was, what did you do? Oh, it was like a Walkmans and stuff?
Yeah, or cassette.
Did they have cassette players back in those days?
Cassette. Remember a little cassette, handheld cassette machine?
Would you keep?
And I used to call my answering machine if I had an idea if I was at a restaurant.
Would you leave it by the side of your bed and like if you heard, like in the middle of the night, you record something, then you wake up and listen to it and it's terrible in the morning?
That didn't happen too often, but you would dream songs.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like full songs, huh?
No, but like beginnings of songs. So when I write, I hear it in my head.
Okay.
And therefore,
what do you
mean
you don't
limited.
write on a piano? So if you have a melody, Angelia, then what? You just remember it, and then next time you're at an instrument, you figure it out?
I sing the chord. I can hear the chords in my brain. So
Are you a savant?
No. That's what a lot of us do.
He's a savant, isn't he?
And then I work
music,
it out
but
later.
something.
And usually if it's like Magic Hour,
Yeah.
I wrote that whole thing in my head walking around our neighborhood here. And then came home and figured out, oh, that's what that chord is. But a lot of people do that.
Can we listen to Magic Hour now?
No.
And here's Magic Hour, folks.
But you can go stream it featuring
Spotify.
Richard Marx featuring John Stamos on percussion.
I couldn't believe it when I heard it. Like, to play percussion with all those great musicians and you singing, and you really, this is the only nice thing I'm going to say the whole time. Your voice is probably better than anybody's out there that's been doing it as long as you. I don't know how. I know you talk about making some weird concoction in the middle of your show.
I don't really use that anymore.
But how do you sing? Like, I came and saw you for, how long was your show? 6 hours, 7 hours?
Yeah, it felt like that, huh?
No, you sang like for 3 hours straight and like sounded exactly like the records. No, you didn't change any keys.
No.
Your voice sounded fucking incredible.
Thank you.
Is it just a gift?
It's use it or lose it. It's why Tony Bennett was still really great when he was 90.
Do you do exercises before the show?
Never.
Push-ups or anything?
No.
Well, how do you get those arms?
I do curls.
Yeah.
These kind of curls.
You have a drink before the show?
Oh, yeah. I have a little martini before the show and during the show and after the show.
And you don't get hungover?
No, I never get hungover.
And can you go without drinking like today?
I don't drink during the day.
But what about tonight?
Tonight I'll probably have a drink.
So you'll have 1 or 2 drinks every night?
Pretty much.
Can you go a couple nights without it?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go, I'm going to take a week off.
Oh, okay.
Tell me about, because you got sober like right after I met you, which, part of me, I'm happy for you, but it kind of bummed me out.
I know, you missed the good years.
I feel like we would have had extra
But meeting
fun.
you, I said, I got to sober up. This guy's too much. I can't.
But I didn't
Were we
start
drinking that night?
I don't remember you drinking that night when I met you, but maybe a glass of wine.
Yeah.
But I didn't really start drinking until I met you. Because I met Daisy around the same time. And
you didn't drink before?
Not really.
Not touring and all that stuff?
No.
You weren't just
I would
like
get drunk with the band once.
Did you smoke pot? Were you a pot guy?
No, never smoked pot until I met Daisy too. Never did any drug of any kind until I met Daisy. And then life got really fun.
And then it got good, yeah.
But tell me about when did you start like regularly drinking? Were you a kid?
Yeah, I was in my 20s, And my parents were alcoholics. They were functioning and they were great. And, I had the greatest childhood ever.
Yeah, I know.
But it's in the genes. It can be,
Any of your siblings have a problem with it?
Say again?
Any of your siblings have a problem?
One of them might.
Mm-hmm.
Because what happens is you just do it, and you're like poking the bear, It's like, I can do that.
Would you drink during the day?
Yeah. When I started to realize I had a problem, and you know who realized it earlier on was Doug Feiger. Remember from the Knack?
Yeah.
Did you know him ever?
No.
Greatest guy, lead singer of the Knack. He was a sober guy, and he was like, he seemed to be drinking, And I said, yeah, I got it under control, And then I kind of did, and I said, take me to a meeting. I went to a couple of his famous rock and roll meetings, But I didn't get it. I couldn't just sit and talk. These guys are talking about shooting up, in between songs.
So you were like, I'm fine.
Yeah, and I'm like, I snuck a light beer today in my trailer, But I remember thinking too, like if I ever drink during the day, then I gotta sober up. And I did, but I didn't. And then I could rebound. Like I would drink and then like, okay, I got 3 days to sober up, and I'd sweat it out.
Did you have hangovers?
Yeah. Then I just drink again. You don't get hungover?
Yeah. Hair of the dog.
Yeah. But it was an excuse, after my first marriage, it was really depressing. I was very heartbroken over that. I thought I'd be married forever. I thought I'd have kids with her. And it took me way too long to get over it. And I just turned to booze and eventually drugs. And it was my excuse to let people in my life that I probably shouldn't have, it was like low-hanging fruit would come around and I wouldn't feel so bad about it in the moment because I don't care. And sex and stuff. But
when you were in that period, were you like embarrassingly shit-faced in public?
Most of the time I wasn't. I was in Australia. I got drunk on a talk show.
Oh, you told me. You showed it to me, actually.
I did?
Yeah. You sent me the link.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
And when you saw that, was that like, oh, fuck, I can't, I got to clean this shit up?
I was embarrassed because it hit the papers over here, but I don't think I stopped much after that. Because it was a combination of travel and jet lag and Ambien and everything else.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, was doing these interviews and I was fucked up. And the guy was, I said, I'm tired, I drank everything. So I would take some pictures for my kids. He was all being nice and everything. And then he goes on the air and says I was drunk. So then the next day I went on a talk show and said he had a small penis. And he wanted to sue me. And then he realized—
An Australian guy?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't remember. But I was on the Carrie Ann show, this woman who had a morning talk show.
Right.
And the guy couldn't sue me because he'd have to show his penis to prove that it wasn't small.
Right.
Okay. I don't know.
So I think you won that one.
I won that one, but I haven't been back.
I actually remember maybe the first time you came over here to this room, because behind, you can't see it, but there's like a bazillion bottles of, like it's fully stocked, this bar. And you were like, wow, man, you have everything. And I said to you, I remember asking you this
Does it
a
bother
couple
you?
years ago. I said, so when you were drinking, what did you drink? And you went, everything.
That third row.
But
no,
didn't you have a go-to? Like, I'm a martini guy. I'm a vodka guy.
I love through
tequila
that,
too,
but then you just drink, I don't know, wine and
you would mix,
vodka. I would just get up in the morning and have shots of vodka because you at that point you're just and then I'd raw dog it for 2 or 3 days, sweat it out, go to work, be fine. So I wasn't but it was an overall fuzziness, I think.
Yeah.
My whole life I wanted to meet a great woman, have a family, and that was it. I'd accomplished everything I ever wanted. I had a list. Right. Beach Boys, sitcom, and
what was your list?
Those things.
Beach Boys specifically?
Yeah, I wanted to play with the Beach Boys. Wanted to be on a sitcom. I wanted to be famous. I wanted to be famous was first. Yeah,
we both manifested all kinds.
Did you have all that?
Yeah, I didn't get the Beach Boys gig though.
You didn't need it. You got your own.
No, my checklist, my bucket list is checked.
All that. Yeah, and so, but mine wasn't really because the big check was to have a family. And I knew deep down inside that the drinking and the carrying on was preventing, because I met a lot of nice girls.
Yeah.
And you don't go out a couple times, they go, because there was just a fuzziness around me. And I think my career, I would be much further along in my career right now.
What I was going to ask.
If I
Did
stopped
your drinking affect your work ever?
Probably. I mean, I never I don't think I ever got like, hey. I would try not to drink at work for the most part. Sometimes I would. I went on, ER. They were all drinking at lunch over there. And I was like, I can't do that. After a while, it was
a lot of dialogue to remember.
Yeah, right. Show. They had it down, but they and then they would go to Chicago.
Right.
And we would shoot there, and it was just drink as much as you could. But I didn't really. I kept it together for the most part on that show. One day I was really fucked up during a table read, but they were very like, just get your shit together and,
So then what was because you quit like a year after I met you. And I remember reaching out to you going, yeah. I just remember going,
after?
Hey, yeah, is everything, are you okay? We weren't friends really. We did just met a couple times, but I don't remember we went out. I remember we went to dinner. You and me went to dinner at, you and I went to dinner at Sunset Towers.
But I was sober. I wasn't drinking then.
You weren't drinking? I don't remember you drinking.
No, but I mean, I'd stopped by that point, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
that was funny. The host there, Dimitri's famous.
Yeah.
Remember when
he was shit when the two of us came in.
He's a sweet little guy.
Yeah.
He reminds me so much of, remember Peter Lorre, the character?
Yeah.
Isn't he Peter Lorre? Oh, Richard and John.
I think he's a bat. I think he hangs upside down somewhere in that room.
He is so sweet, and he is wired in that fucking place.
Yeah.
And he's legendary.
Yes.
And I had been there many times with Daisy, and you'd been in there, but then you and I walked in, and he literally went,
he got a boner.
I think he said, as I remember, he went, I don't know which way to look.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
He was fired up.
Yeah. We handsomed it in that night.
Was Glenn Powell there that night?
No. He wasn't Glenn Powell at that point.
Because I think he was, and then I think he might have beat us on the handsome.
Really? I met him at your birthday party.
Yeah, at the thing.
Really nice guy.
Very nice guy. I'm so happy for him because he...
Like one of those guys where you go, he's probably going to be a douche. And then he came over and said hi, and Daisy and I were both like, oh,
yeah,
he's a sweetheart.
He's doing great, Tim.
I think we both, okay, let's talk about the things we have in common other than good hair. We have a lot of things in common that I think are interesting. Our
fake tan.
Love, well, you're Greek and I'm in the sun every day.
Yes.
Our love
you put sun in?
It's not sun in, dude.
Can I touch it? Yeah, it's really... You have beautiful hair.
Well, we're going to get to another
Yeah, me
conversation
too.
about
People-
hair and stuff.
It's shallow.
Can I say what we have in common, for fuck's sake? I have to start getting belligerent with my guests.
I like this show. I mean, but it gets serious. And now we're here to break that. Go ahead.
You don't want to get serious.
I can. We just talked about being
I'm not looking.
drunk.
There's
I mean, what
nothing
more do you
here.
want?
There's nothing here. I mean, we're friends, but
Is it weird having your friends on?
No, I like
felt
it.
because like you knew Rick, you knew Loggins for a long
Yeah.
time, and then all of a sudden you have to kind of be formal. Like now I got to be a host
Not
and ask
formal.
these.
No,
Well, I know
no.
there's nothing formal about this, but I mean, but is it weird? Like it would be
It's
weird
only
for me
walking
to
the line between, because I think that there's stuff that, like with Kenny was a great example. I didn't really ask him a lot of questions about his background and his childhood and all that, because it's not what it's just stories. It's just
Right.
like shooting the shit.
Right.
And with Kenny, I've been friends with him for 40 years.
Right.
So there was a part of me that just wanted to talk to him about what I wanted to talk to him about.
Right.
And like the thing I'm fucking trying to talk to you
We have
about
so
right
much
now.
in common. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Sinatra. We like the old school guys.
Why do we gravitate towards those older people? Why do we want to hang out with people who are so old, and we totally soak it up? Like, I would rather hang out with Rod Stewart than anybody else other than my wife, pretty much.
Because they've been there and they've done that. They have great stories. They're aspirational for where we want to be someday. To sit back and tell these stories.
Yeah.
And also they're better than any of these new motherfuckers.
You think?
I think, don't you? I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of
I
talent
think they're
out
more
there.
interesting.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, for sure. I used to kind of.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
Especially in your field. I mean, you're a musician too, but you're known as an actor, and the sort of vast amount of guys and girls still around who are in their 70s or 80s, who you could. Robert Wagner. Have you ever sat with Robert Wagner?
I haven't, but I would. I mean,
you would in a second.
Saget was buddies with him. Yeah, I used to just kind of think like, okay, who do I want to, and I'd just cold call him or with Rickles, I just paid attention to him. Like he was, people thought he was dead. We ended up at a restaurant together. We just started talking because we hated people we were with. And we just started to go to dinner, and I'd call him and we'd talk on the phone, and people weren't paying attention. Then everybody realized, oh my God, he's the funniest guy on the planet. And let's do some tributes to him, which I was part of.
Were you on that show? I never saw the show, but it was a Dinner with Don or something like that?
We did. Bob and I did the pilot.
You did?
Yeah, and then they never used that, and then they sold it with us, and then we weren't on the show. Maybe they aired that, I don't know. But yeah, that was at Craig's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like later, like at the end?
Yeah, he was towards the end, yeah. But
was he always, right to the end, was this always?
Yeah,
good?
his body gave out on him, but he was
like
still sharp.
Burt Bacharach for me.
Yeah, right.
I would sit with him and talk to him on the phone.
Oh, yeah,
I still have every voicemail he ever
Yeah. I
left
keep
me.
voicemails too.
Yeah.
It's so good.
But why do you think, you think it has to do with our upbringing and our parents that we had?
Maybe. My dad turned me on to Sinatra. I loved Elvis. He loved Sinatra. He said, all right, I'll listen to Elvis. You listen to Sinatra. See, I came back and said, Dad, you're right, Dan. That's incredible. What'd you think of Elvis?
If you could have had dinner with Sinatra, well, you met Sinatra, which I'm really jealous of. But if you could...
He asked about you.
If you could
that
have
Marx
dinner,
boy?
right, tonight with either Elvis or Sinatra, who would you pick?
Ooh, that's a good question. Man, that's the best questions you've asked on this whole series, not just today.
Fuck you.
I would say Elvis.
I would say Sinatra.
Yeah.
And I'm the biggest Elvis.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen my Elvis fucking collection and shit, and you got Elvis. Like,
What
I'm obsessed
Elvis
with
stuff
Elvis.
do you have?
Oh, dude.
You know what I just got? Oh, you know what I just got? You'd love?
Tell me.
The greatest thing for you and I to have. What would be the best thing for two people like us? I'll share it with you if you want, to have of Elvis's.
The greatest thing would be, well, you have his sunglasses. You have strands of his hair.
His blow dryer.
Oh, his blow dryer. You fucking got Elvis's blow dryer.
Why not? Wow. What am I going to do? Leave the money to the
Where'd
kid?
you get it?
Hell,
Auction?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that much.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Have you
I should
used
have
it?
brought that today. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I want to display it some. I'm trying to get a good picture of him at least getting his hair dried. But
I was obsessed with Elvis the same way you were, okay?
Yeah.
Here's why I would pick Frank. because as a 61-year-old man, 61, you're 62. Yeah, but I'll be 62 in 10 days.
Already? Jesus.
The reason I picked Frank is because as much as I worshipped Elvis, to sit and have dinner as me now, I want to hear great stories, and I bet Elvis didn't have great stories.
Elvis had more, Frank had more stories,
Frank
clearly.
was just so...
Elvis died at 42.
But also Elvis, I feel like Elvis, I've heard great stories about him.
I'm switching to Frank.
I've heard great stories about him, that he was funny and that he was cool, but I also know that his whole life was like staying home and eating peanut butter sandwiches and shit. He wasn't a worldly guy.
What would you ask Sinatra?
Oh, I would just go, just tell me every story you want to tell me.
Well, but he would be like, well, what do you want to hear?
Okay, what would I ask Frank? That's a good question. First question I would ask Frank Sinatra over dinner would be, is it true that you tried to kill yourself over Ava Gardner, or is that a rumor?
That's a good one. He probably did, right?
Yeah, I think he did.
He was in love with her.
Yeah, that was like the great... I get that. I thought that for Daisy when she was not sure about us.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I was that obsessed with her, which is why I'm still obsessed with her.
That's beautiful. You guys are a great couple.
Let's talk about Caitlin for a second.
I would ask Elvis, you gonna eat that sandwich? I'd do an intervention.
Yeah.
You know, I know a lot of his guys, Jerry Schilling and people that hung out with him. And I always, and Priscilla, and they're always like, Elvis would have loved you.
I hear the same thing.
He's dead. That's tragic. 42 years old.
Let's circle back to the year you quit drinking, you become a sober man. And how long between making that decision and meeting Caitlin?
Pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
It came about. I was doing an episode of SVU, Law and Order.
I saw that too, where you were a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, I played this guy who was like, he was so egotistical. He wanted to spread his progeny, so I had like 42 children, and I was sneaking it, like I was poking holes in condoms, like for girls didn't necessarily want to get pregnant.
He would get off on unknowingly
impregnating women. Yeah.
He had like 47 kids. You were
just in the United States. You didn't check Europe. Right. I had more in Europe. That's what he said.
Because of the Beach Boys tour.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That's right. It wasn't you. It was your character.
Caitlin was a girl that I was trying to get, I was trying to sneakily impregnate her.
Get pregnant?
I was.
Oh, that's right.
On the show.
That's
she was an actress on the show.
Yes.
She's like, and we're in a hotel room, and she's like in lingerie or something, and iced tea, and the other guy kicking the door down, and she's like, he's in there, and I'm in the bathroom with like my give me some reading glasses. My reading glasses, and I'm poking a hole, and like, iced tea, and the other guy, and is
that what your character said? Oh,
yeah,
iced tea,
and the other guy. At Maloney, and so I go, oh my God, I'm in love with this girl, and I'd never forget it. I was like, I'm gonna ask her for a number. I'm just gonna go in. She was in makeup. We were at Pier 51 or whatever, Pier in New York. We're shooting on Pier 51. And as I walk in, she's like, and we're gonna have the reception there, and I'm gonna have the wedding over there. I'm like, I go, don't get married, like an idiot. I say, what? And but I got her number somehow. We kind of stayed in touch, and she's like, my husband doesn't, I told him you're gay, but I'm like, she was like, I thought he was gay. Like,
thought you were gay?
Yeah, really? I thought I was gay, huh? Okay, tell yourself that. So we stayed in touch for a minute, then we didn't. And 7 years later, I walk onto the soundstage. We were doing Fuller House, and she was in the audience. I said, oh, yeah.
7 years later.
7 years later. I said, you're stalking me. She's like, don't flatter yourself. My friend's in the show tonight. I'm here to see her. I go, is that your husband? She's like, no, I got divorced. I eventually got her pregnant, but it took a while.
Timing. So how long from seeing her then, 7 years later, to you guys becoming a thing?
Oh, right. We start kind of...
Like right away?
Yeah, she had a boyfriend.
Where does she live? In New York?
She lived here.
Okay.
And then I was stalking her on Instagram. Boyfriend. And then one day, no boyfriend. No boyfriend. Oh.
Still no boyfriend.
Still no boyfriend. Hey. Or, hey, I text her. But she's the love of my life. She's
pretty. We really hit it. We hit the wife line.
Yes. But and you never know. Like I didn't know. I tell you, when I met her, I was like, I don't know if this is it, but I'm going to put 100% into this. Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't work, at least I know I can give 100% to something. That's the deal. I think when I sobered up, that was the deal. Like, you seem to be a guy who works very hard and gives it everything.
Mm-hmm.
I was a guy who would give 50, 60%. I was like, that's better than most. I can get by on this. I don't need to work that hard. And that's prevented me from being further along in my career, I think. If I really gave everything 100%, you know, it would have been better.
Is Caitlin wired that way? Or to your...
She was kind of lost the first couple of years, and she was like, she was doing commercials and had made a nice living as a model before, but she was sort of lost, I remember. And then I said, well, do something, figure it out. And she started a podcast like you. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, it's how can I help? And it was just charitable people that are doing great things in the world. I said, that's noble. She could have done any dumb podcast like this.
That's what I noticed about her. Was when she had Billy.
Yeah.
She got super focused on helping people and
did.
Doing really
It was
wonderful.
this podcast. And all of a sudden, each person that she brought on, she got involved in their charities. Yeah. It's like, bye, where are you going? Tijuana? Yeah, there's some kids down there that need our help. And then she started her own, I'm so proud of her. And so, yeah, she gives 100,000% to that. She is from Pasadena, and when the fires happened, she jumped on board, and she's put people in houses and given cars away, and I'm just in awe of her. So I've never seen her put 100% in there. Being a mother, incredible. I put her next to my mother, which is the biggest compliment I could give anybody, because my mom was the greatest. And her charity work. Her Civic Soul is what it's called.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I know you guys do a lot of stuff too, but Daisy does. You sit around and...
You, since marrying her and getting sober, do you feel like you put 100% into the work now that you do?
Yeah.
Or are you still kind of a little bit
handsoming
it in, as I say?
No.
Because you seem to be like super...
I am.
When you take on something, you're like into it. You're excited.
Yes. Yeah. And, it's like, there's times, especially now, work is a little, I've got this thing in development, I got this thing going, and I just finished Palm Royale, and I'm like, am I ever going to work again? You got to trust that you do. But then, then one day something will just, that's it, so you got to enjoy the time. I was coming home, did you hear about this a couple of weeks ago? I was flying home from Spain, and I get a text from a friend of mine who was producing Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl with Cynthia Erivo and Adam Lambert, and it was incredible. And this was a Wednesday night. And he goes, "You want to be a hero?" I'm like, "No." Enough of that.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, Josh Gad got COVID, and can you come replace him?" And I said, "When is it?" "Friday." Luckily, I had Wi-Fi on there, so I looked at the song. And I'm not good at singing. I'm not a singer. I don't enjoy singing. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of work for me. I have to really think about it and dancing. It takes me a while. When I was on Glee, these kids would, it'd be so fast with their Fosse 1, boom, 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 and they're done. I would have to work all night, would hire people to work on.
I can't fucking dance at all.
Yeah, I can't remember this stuff. But so I'm not fast at learning stuff like this. Theater, I've done a lot of theater, but I have to practice. But so it was a day, and then so the next morning I woke up, I'm like, what am I doing? I can't do this.
Challenging song? Vocally?
No, not really.
Or you can sort of talk it.
I could talk through some of it,
right.
Yeah. But it was still the Hollywood Bowl,
Yeah.
And so I woke up in the morning, I got to cancel, I can't do this. And I'm in the bathroom. Unlike your bathroom, you have 8,000 pictures of yourself in there and 72 gold and platinum records. I have one framed autograph in there, and it said, "To John," it was on Bye Bye Birdie. I did Bye Bye Birdie, and she signed this, "To John, take no prisoners and fuck the wounded, Liza Minnelli." I'm like, okay, I got to do it. And I did. But this is crazy. So I said, I got to have a teleprompter because there was a lot of words and so it was like a grand entrance. And so I get to the Hollywood Bowl early, and I go with the prompter, and I sing the shit out of it. It's just right. It's not hard. It says, "You're the Christ." Yes, the great Jesus Christ. And okay, I'm good. The cast comes. I haven't met him yet. I worked with some of the dancers, but Cynthia and everybody comes in, and we do a run through at 11 o'clock. And they let about 500 kids in for free. And so there was an audience there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching it. It was like, oh my God, she's like, I hadn't seen any of it, you know?
Right.
And so I go out to do my number, and the sun is in a spot where it's shining down on the teleprompter. I can't see a fucking word. And I'm like, oh my God. And I literally, I didn't know any of the song. And I got off in the choreography, then the prompter went over, and she's like right in front of me. And I'm singing the whole song to her. She's on the ground looking at me like this. And she's like, and she's giving me the words, great Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm sweating, flops. So I get this whole outfit because I was the only one that had to try his costume on during the thing. I got this big afro and a full gold suit and glasses.
So like a typical Thursday night for you.
Normal Thursday. Yeah. And I just shit and barfed and bled all over the stage. I scurry off. They do the curtain calls. I didn't even go out for that. I'm like, oh my God. She leaves. The director says, John, you got to come back and do it again. Let me fix the prompters. I do it again with the orchestra and everybody. It's fucking great. Everybody's great. Fine.
So you just needed the prompter.
She's gone though. She comes back. Now, I find this out an hour before I go on. She's calling Josh Gad saying, I don't give a shit how sick you are. Get back here. Stamos can't do this.
Really?
And Adam Lambert was like, you can't do it. What are we doing? He's, you know. And my friend / producer tells me this an hour before.
Before you perform?
Before
oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm like, why would you?
That should be an ex-friend.
He's not. If he felt bad, but I don't know why. I don't. To this day, I'm like, what are you? And everybody was so nervous for me. And Caitlin was there singing. They were all like on like this. And I had this assistant Pat, and he said, "Don't worry, boss. I'll make sure you can see this." They put the props out, and so early on I look, and there's flowers on the fucking tables, and people are sitting in. He goes, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." And he goes out, clears the flowers, clears the people. I could see through this set. I was getting ready to make an entrance. I could see the prompter perfect. I said, "I'm gonna knock this out of the fucking park," and I did.
See,
that was that.
But that's a
and everybody
decision.
was like, "Oh my God, it was so great." I'm like, all right.
No, you choose to fail or you choose to win, right?
Yes. And also you spend your whole life saying, I want to take chances. I want to live on the, I want to be challenged, you know, and if I fail, I fail. And so when those kind of opportunities come up, you have to take them.
But that's why you did it, right? Because you wanted that dopamine hit. There's a different kind of dopamine hit.
Yeah. I was also jet lagged. So I didn't know what I was doing.
But I'm saying the easiest thing you could have said is, I just got home from Spain. I'm really sorry. 100%. I'd love to help you out.
Yeah.
But I can't do this.
100%.
It would have been easy. They would have gotten somebody else.
But I'm sure you've been in these situations too. And you go like,
I wonder sometimes, I'm like, why am I doing this? Because I'm stressed out.
But then you do it and then you go, how did I do it?
Because of the way it feels.
And you go, well, oh yeah, I've been doing this for 40 years or whatever. How long have you been?
But there's a deeper thing. Yeah, same.
Yeah.
The deeper thing is, and there's a conversation I have with people just over dinner and stuff. We have been so fortunate in our lives to have experienced these rushes that very, very few people experience.
Right.
And especially, you have a taste of not only the rush of delivering a great performance on a set where you go, I fucking crushed that scene, and it's a dopamine hit that's like, it's really exciting. You go home and you go, you tell the story about the scene and how you nailed it and you did this line and then I ad-libbed this. So that's a huge rush. And then you have the rush of being a performer with the Beach Boys, where you're up there and people are screaming for you. When they introduce you, when you walk up to the stage, you're getting thousands of people going, I love you, John, I love you. So that dopamine. And I've had that as a performer for a long time. And I realized a few years ago that when I would feel a little, not depressed, but like off or down or blue,
insecure.
Even. Not insecure so much as just a little like, I realized that it's because I have a warped sense of dopamine.
Right.
Compared to most people.
But that's
why we do those kind of things.
Right.
I think that's why we accept things that scare us
right.
and want to be outside of our comfort zone, because even the rush of dopamine from what we do kind of wears off.
Kicks keep getting harder to find.
Yes.
And I think that back then, that's why I turned to booze and stuff, because, I'll add something to it, or I'll make it a little harder.
Maybe that's why I drink every night.
Maybe. Yeah. Does it, no, I mean, yeah.
No, I don't. if I felt like I had a problem,
Yeah,
I would.
you have a lot of control. When was the last time you did something that scared you besides this interview?
Even
you do big concerts sometimes, like big shows, right?
That's never, because I've done big concerts before.
And you can rely on, I got the hits, I got the voice, I got the moves, I got the looks. I'm gonna do this.
I guess the last time I felt a little nervous was I sat in with Hugh Jackman at Radio City for 3 shows.
Right.
I felt good about it because we're friends and we've performed together before.
Still?
But I was doing a new song that I'd just written for this new album. I don't think you've heard this one, actually. Kenny G played on it.
If I played on it, I'll listen.
Yeah, but if you didn't, you're not going to listen to it.
They have an interest.
And so Hugh said, come and be my guest at Radio City. And it's sort of like, it's his fans. It's not.
Right.
And we were doing, we did a duet of Right Here Waiting, which, I knew was going to be well received. But then we were doing this new song.
When was this, last year?
No, it's like 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going over the first day and Daisy was there and she goes, how you feel? And I said, I don't know. And it's also like, sort of like, there wasn't choreography because I can't dance, but there were like things I had to think about other than just doing my thing. Right. Where he was going to be positioned. And hey, Richard, can you, because he's very choreographed.
Right.
And he's like, hey, can we do this thing where we end up on the other, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, now I got to think about that. And,
and sing.
Or when I've done, I did a TV thing in Australia.
Oh yeah, how was that?
A couple weeks ago. That really bummed me out because.
Why?
Because it's out of my comfort zone.
Right.
It's like, I don't like.
Were you happy you did it?
Yeah, when I was
Has
done.
it aired yet?
Yeah.
It's going to air in Australia only?
Yeah.
Was it weird?
It's airing now.
Critiquing people?
No.
Oh, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah, I was really loving.
Were you you were the nice guy?
Yeah.
Did you find any superstars?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah.
The level of talent on The Voice in Australia, those singers in Australia, there's something in the water, man. It's just great singer.
Have you noticed, and I think it's the advent of YouTube and these talent shows and stuff, like how these young people are fucking amazing?
Yeah.
Is it because they when I was a kid, listening to Led Zeppelin, I was trying to figure out a drum solo, or Buddy Rich, you had to put your finger on it to hear it. You could just go on YouTube and learn a drum solo or thing. Is that why, do you think?
I don't know. It's a good question. I think that the trade-off is there's very few young up-and-comers who get what I think they need the most, which is performing experience.
Right.
They're just thrust into it, and if they have a career, that's why I feel like with all those shows, there's very few careers that have come out of.
Right, because they don't have that thing.
But when I was humbled by the people on my team, there were 4 of them at least who I just sit and I'd listen to them sing, or I'd say, hey, try this. Right. We'd be rehearsing. I'd say, hey, sing this, and they would just have it. They'd just nail it.
How do they
and they were 19 years old.
Do you go like, how do you do?
Yeah, and they just.
But you had it when you were young.
Not like that.
What would you tell someone that says, I'm a young artist trying to make it? What do I do? And they were talented. They had talent.
I would say,
go on TikTok or something.
Do what everybody else is doing.
What? Going on TikTok.
Do everything. Yeah. Do everything. Back in our day.
Yeah.
I could. I did this.
But we couldn't These kids can go make a movie or a 3-minute comedy thing or a 3-minute song, put it on YouTube,
and people will see it.
People might see it. It might take off, and you know.
When you and I were starting out, and you in the acting world, there weren't cameras. There were jobs you could do to lead you to having leading roles. There was a way of working your way up, doing theater, doing this, doing that. Soap operas. Mm-hmm. That was probably a world of its own, right?
Yeah.
Is it a world of its own, soap operas?
I didn't know because it was the first thing I did, but it was the biggest show on the planet. I didn't realize that. Rick's brilliant buddy Rick was on there. But I loved it, man. I was waiting my whole life to go to a set. I love the smells, the look, the sound stage, the sets, the people. I had 30 pages of dialogue a day sometimes when it got popular.
Did you work with Tristan Rogers?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, God. You and I were pals.
Did you text Instagram something about him? Yeah. No, maybe it was Rick.
Both of us did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved Tristan.
He was fun.
Great guy.
But wait, we were talking about how to make it now.
Yeah. And I could write songs, play.
Yeah, but why would you get them? Well, sessions.
But I'm saying we had a way of working our way up to the big stage. You know what I mean? Doing club gigs, learning your fucking craft. Learn, like being ready for that moment.
Right.
These kids especially on the singing talent shows, the talent contests, that's the one thing I worry about. And I had these conversations with my singers where I was like, one of you is going to win this. And you're not really ready for what's going to happen.
Right.
Because they don't have any experience. You do the best you can.
How do you get experience?
The answer is you do what everybody's doing now. You get creative with your social media.
Right.
You go out and play fucking gigs too. Play anywhere you can. Just go do your thing.
It's hard. I don't know if it's easy. Music-wise, I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know.
How did you start? How did that even start with you? Because nobody else in your family's musical, right?
No, I just love playing drums. I love rhythm. I loved the Beach Boys. I loved harmony and music. I couldn't do it, so I gravitated more towards the rhythm of it. And then I just started learning to play it. When I was a kid, I took drum lessons.
Who are your favorite drummers in the world?
Gave me. I like Bonham. I didn't have anybody. I used to go see Buddy Rich or Billy Cobham. I had a good teacher that took me to see people play live and stuff. But what it did for me, and I'm sure you had the same things, is it gave me an identity. You were the kid who played drums. I was a drummer. I was in the band. I was in the marching band. I was, was whatever, cool or not cool, nerd. I was a drummer. And that kept me at that time away from, all the other kids were smoking pot and getting in trouble and stuff like that. No, this is what I got to be disciplined with.
Were you a band geek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you?
No. I was writing songs in high school, and
But you were a songwriter.
I was a songwriter. I was the kid who sang. And wrote songs.
Were you in the choir?
Yeah.
The Glee Club?
No, it was just the choir, school choir. I did a couple, what they called operettas, Gilbert and Sullivan. And I didn't like it. I was I wanted to write rock and roll songs. And I always wanted to be that.
Did you play piano first or guitar?
Yeah, piano, then
guitar. Did you teach yourself piano?
No, I had a little bit of piano training, but not enough. And then I went to guitar. And it was acoustic guitar. I was I wanted to be James Taylor.
Yeah.
And then later on, I got into I wanted to play electric guitar, and I wanted to play piano like Billy Joel and and Elton. And
have you met everybody that you wanted to meet?
I didn't meet Elvis.
Well, but that's alive.
Oh,
is there anybody out there that you still want to?
Yeah, there's one guy I always wanted to meet. It was Neil Diamond.
What would you ask Neil?
Did you ever hear a song did you ever hear about a prince who dreamed of being a king or a frog who dreamed?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that is. I would ask him, I don't explain I Am, I Said to me, because I don't understand.
Right. And he'd say.
It's a great song. Yeah. It's one of those songs that I love so much, and when I really think about the lyrics, I have no idea what
Did you meet Billy Joel?
Oh, yeah, a bunch of times.
Yeah?
We've worked together.
Really? How was that?
It was awesome. He played piano on one of my records, and I sang background vocals on one of his albums. And we performed together live a couple times.
Really? Well, when you're doing a record, do you call him, hey, can you come play piano on this song? Or does he ask
with him asking me
Does
to
he
sing
ask like I asked to play on yours? Does Billy text you and go, can I play piano on that song?
He didn't, but he said, I'm happy to return the favor. He said, I'd love you to come sing on my record, and I'm happy to return the favor.
What record did you sing on?
I sang on an album called Stormfront. So the song Stormfront, and a song called That's Not Her Style. Same album as We Didn't Start the Fire. So I have a platinum plaque that he gave me.
That's cool.
And around that time,
a lot of people don't know that you sang backup on a lot of these things. I mean, they do.
They know I sang on the Lionel Richie song.
Yeah, that was a big
The thing about Billy, and this is something I wanted to ask you about, your experiences with this. So growing up, I'm a fucking huge Billy Joel fan. Huge Billy Joel fan. I'm a huge Rod Stewart fan. I'm a huge Elton fan. But with Billy, he was such an influence on me, and I loved him so much. And then flash forward 10 years, and I'm on stage with him at Miami Arena going, you may be right. And we're running around the stage, chasing each other. And I have the presence of mind to think, fucking hell, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
But I've had so many of those.
That's my book. If you would have told me.
Yes.
When you were a kid.
And I loved your book.
And I loved yours. You left it on my doorstep like a baby. If you
Give me one of those.
Did you meet Elton?
Yeah.
You say it like, like you.
Oh, I don't mean it that way. I haven't worked with Elton. No, I've never worked with Elton, but I've met him several times.
Yeah,
he's lovely.
Sweet, yeah.
Really sweet to me. And like sat and we had like good hang time.
Yeah, well, he loves music, right?
Yeah.
He loves to talk about music.
Give me, there's a bunch in your book, but give me one off the top of your head, like where you were like, you manifested that person into your life.
You? I think it was the other way around. He moved into my neighborhood, by the way.
I did.
Just to get me to be on this show.
Yeah. It was expensive.
Do you like living here still?
Better get some fucking ratings.
I know you were complaining about this construction. But
yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
I like it.
Nice.
It's
We're away
very
from
safe.
Yeah.
It's
I think one of the great moments was being able to take my dad to a Sinatra concert and then introduce him to Sinatra.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that would have been more like your dad manifested that.
I manifested it to pay back my dad for being a great dad,
That's beautiful.
I've manifested a lot of friendships, I think, over the years. Stern, I know you don't have issues.
Not a fan.
I always liked him and the Beach Boys. I manifested.
There you
that.
go.
I think,
And like seeing you with Mike, the way you are tight with Mike Love it's very sweet.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then you've probably been on this thing where you go like, be listening. When you sang, like, how did you come up with that? Or where, and they'll tell you, right? Because they love telling stories.
Yeah.
Michael tells stories about it.
Ringo's a great example.
Yeah,
like,
right. That's right. You would have.
Yeah, I toured with him. we've become really good friends and written songs together. And
did he come to your birthday, your 60th?
He didn't come to the 60th, but he came to our wedding party.
Did he? We were playing at Ravinia, and it was Ringo and the Beach Boys. And of course, we were going on first. And I remember the first night, and I knew like his band, like all those guys, Bissonette and Lukather, and you were one of those guys too. And we went on like early, like 5 or something. And I figured, they're gonna roll in later, I'm playing. And then I do this drum solo in the middle of some song, and the bass player goes, "Let's go there." Ringo and Bissonette are looking at me. And then I'm in my dressing room later, and he comes in to my room and goes, "You play a lot of fills, man."
Wow.
I know, sorry. Took a picture with my kid. He was great.
Yeah, he's so cool. And when we first started touring together, it was me, Billy Squire, Sheila E.
Oh, really?
Some great.
Who was playing drums?
Sheila
Kid.
and Ringo.
Right.
Yeah. But somebody had said, don't ask him about the Beatles.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, well, what the fuck do I want to be here for? But I was a little bummed out, but I was like, okay, whatever. So we do the rehearsals in
How many
Toronto.
shows did you do?
I did about 22 shows.
Wow.
And the first actual show after a few days of rehearsals, we're at some outdoor venue and I'm in my dressing room waiting and we'd done sound check and he's just bored. He's just walking up and down the hall and my door's open and he looks in and he goes, "What are you doing in here?" And I was like, and he just comes in and we start talking. And I forget how I didn't ask him a question, but I said, I was telling some story about whatever. And he goes, "Oh, I remember when we did, and he starts, and I realized, so then I asked him a question and then he tells me another story. And I was like, he fucking loves to talk about this.
Yeah, right.
So that became.
I find most of them do. They do like talking about it. They're great,
But do you find with like those guys in Beach Boys or some of the other people you've worked with, I find that even like Kenny Loggins sitting where you are, I have this weird, like Kenny's a great example. He's been my friend for 40 years. We played racquetball together back in the day. And we'd but then every once in a while I'll be talking to him and I'll go, fuck, it's Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Do you have that with?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And do you have this thing where, I wanted to ask you about.
Ringo?
No. Was the coolest to play with him? Who else have you played with you on stage that you go like, oh my God, I'm playing? Like
Last year with Rod.
Yeah.
I just went to see him because we played the same venue back to back, so I stayed over.
Right.
And we'd become friends in the last couple of years. So I said, "Hey, I see you're playing the night after. So if I stay over, can we?" He goes, "Yeah, let's do. We'll go out after, or not go out, but like have dinner and stuff." So I came to the show, and I've seen him so many times. And we're in the backstage, and I know his band, and a couple of his band members actually played with me years ago. So we're sitting there talking, and Rod comes in. He goes,
I got to do my vocal warm-ups, but he said, so we're going to hang after. I said, yeah. He goes, oh, by the way, Dickie, you're getting up tonight. What song you want to do? And I went, what? He goes, yeah, here's the set list. Pick one. And I said, well, some guys have all they use. Great. Perfect. So that's what we did.
And you just sang it together with him, and you were like, what the fuck? That's the greatest.
It was amazing.
I was friends with Fogerty.
You were? Like, he's not dead.
I still am. And
you're friends with him, but he's not friends with you.
He used to live here, you know.
I know, for a minute.
He moved out because they wouldn't let him build a studio in his house.
Is that why? Yeah. I was hoping to run into him because I've never met him.
He's the greatest.
Did you work with him? Did you play with him?
So it was during Full House, and my friend Roger was working at this pizza place. So Santa Pietro's up there in Beverly Glen, where he used to come in all the time. Maybe they were friends. And his daughter got hit by a car. She was okay, but she had a broken leg or something. And Fogerty asked my friend Roger, do you think John will come over and cheer her up and say hi? He asked me, fuck yeah. So I go over there and say hi. And I said, you know, we're having a Christmas party coming up. You know, can I ask if your daughter gets better, would you guys like to come to the Christmas party? The whole cast will be there. Like, yeah. So they come, and I have this little band set up in this Mexican restaurant. And we're playing there, and he's sitting there, you know, and he hadn't played. He was pissed off at, you know, at Creedence, wasn't playing any of the songs. And he goes, I said, look, I don't want you to think that I invited you just to play, but I don't want to be rude and not ask you. And I said, would it be okay? I'm like, yeah. We're at a little Mexican restaurant. And he gets up and goes, do you guys know Proud Mary? Do
you know Proud Mary?
Sings the shit out of it, plays the hell out of it. And I said, well, we're having a rap party. You know, this Christmas, then the rap party was coming up. He said, can I just be the guitar player in the band? Like, sure, yeah. So he was in love with singing.
But that's the thing I've heard about him is that this blew my mind. This is like 15 years ago. I saw an interview with him, and he was taking guitar lessons.
Right. Yeah,
he took guitar lessons again because he said, I felt like I had bad habits and I want to play differently. And like, I really admire that.
His voice sounds, it's like yours.
Same.
It's lasted, you know, forever.
Yeah.
So I was at his birthday party. I guess it was his 60th or something. And, no, maybe his 50th. And he invites me to the thing. And it's all his it's in his living room, it's about this big. And he had like this Zydeco band, kind of a band set up, you know, accordions and stuff. And, I'm there, and it was back when he was having it recorded like a professional, but it was like with this big cameras and, you know,
right.
But just for them, you know. And he asked me to come on stage and play something, and I didn't really know Creedence songs.
What?
I know, but the bass player was great, and the drummer. If you're watching, man, I owe you a car because so I'm playing, and then. Fogerty says, Bruce, get up here. Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-huh.
And there's Springsteen, you know, Fogerty.
Fuck
and
me.
And they're just calling song after song after song. And I go look at drum, I go, do you want your seat back? He goes, no, go ahead.
It was like covers. They were doing covers though.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Bruce wanted to hear Fogerty. So he's calling like Green River and, you know, Born on the Bayou and Fogerty, Springsteen's just playing tambourine, and I'm playing gaga. And that was one of those moments.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, how did I
get here? Yeah. I think that a lot. Do you have a thing, like I was just at the Bible where it's kind of a bummer, and I talked to Bette Midler about this. I just dropped, that was the name drop.
Oh.
But like for me, especially if I'm singing or doing something that you have to get rid of, oh my God, I'm playing at the Hollywood Bowl. Oh my God, there's 17,000. Like you have to lose all that.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise you get so nervous.
Yeah.
So you got to be as relaxed as you can be, right?
Yep.
You know, certainly with singing and performing and stuff. And but
I was
in order
more nervous to play piano for Celine Dion at the Grammys than I ever was singing.
Right.
But yeah, when you go, you think about how many people are watching and how.
But you have to lose that. So then you lose the fact that, I just put it there. Hey, it was so fucking the Hollywood Bowl. You have to let all that go because you got to be loose and in the moment and relaxed and not stressed by all the stuff.
But how much do you take into consideration when you're having that process and you're thinking, I can't stress out about this. I just need to focus on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
How much of your brain thinks about what other people will think about your performance versus you just wanting to?
I've got to the point where I don't
yourself?
care. I'm just
Truly?
myself. Yes. Okay. Yes. For the most part. Because like you'll and you probably have this too, where you almost don't want to look at the audience. For me anyway, when I sing a couple songs, I sing one song by myself with the Beach Boys. And I almost close my eyes every time because if I look out there and just coming off of God only knows and wouldn't it be nice? Okay, come on, John. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna follow that. And
you do forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I save it by I put a really great video of Saget and a bunch of nice moments, and stuff. So.
Yeah.
But I almost can't look. I gotta just kind of not look at the audience. I try to connect, but you also have to just go into your own place and especially playing drums too, I have to tell myself, stop being a ham bone, stop being you're a drummer now. You're a musician at this moment.
Oh,
just play drums.
Every time I see you, I haven't seen you with them, but I've seen a lot of video of it. You look like you're just having a blast.
Yeah, because it's the Beach Boys.
But I think a part of that is like when I don't care how many people are in the audience. In fact, the bigger the better. I'm like really like taking it. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to even see faces beyond the first 10 rows. And when I see people with, their lighters up, not lighters, but their phones up in the balcony, I'm always pointing.
Signs like, how come Stamos isn't here?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Saying we loved Stamos in St. Elmo's Fire.
But do you find yourself pointing and doing and you're not really pointing at anybody? Or sometimes I have to tell myself, smile.
I do
because there's big monitors too, and you forget like there's those things, and you gotta like, you gotta like. Yeah, just doing it yourself.
Wait, this is important because it can sort of say that we worked our way here about what people think.
How long is this?
It's long.
2 hours already.
It's a two-parter.
Kidding.
This is a fascinating topic.
The girl?
Oh, no, she's
singer?
gorgeous. Wow,
I have a story about her.
You did a movie with her, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was Never Too Young to Die. It's maybe one of the worst movies ever made. I'm trying to get it now.
Gene Simmons is in it too, right?
Yeah. Playing a hermaphrodite or something. And we're going to the cast dinner at La Dome on Sunset. And we're all there. Robert Englund was there. He was in
Freddy
it.
Krueger, right?
Gene. And yeah. And she comes, sits next. I just met all these people. We're introduced, like they're introducing so and so. She's jerking me off under the table.
Wow.
Hand to God. I'm going, this is going to be good. Did you have older women sort of,
Yeah, I was always attracted to older women.
No, but did you have them like, I had a lot of older women seduce me.
I've never had a woman jerk me off at a dinner table. So you win.
Daisy?
Not who I wasn't married to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, there's always tonight.
Yeah.
But older women, like I had a lot of not older, but like I was 20 and they were 26 or 7.
Which was,
it was big.
I had
come on to me and like seduce me and, nowadays, if it was the other way around, it would have been, a Me Too thing.
It was looked at even a little differently even back then. Like if an older guy was hitting on it was fine, but it was still not, it was looked at as shocking if an older woman hit on a younger guy.
Oh, yeah. But they weren't old. Like they were some really.
But I had, some of my biggest crushes were on women who were 8 years older than me.
Who? Raquel Welch?
Olivia Raquel Welch, yeah.
Did you meet Olivia? You did, right?
Oh, I worked with her. Yeah, we were great friends too.
You worked with everybody.
She took me to dinner on my 20th birthday.
Under the table?
No, it was a group of people. She was with Matt Latanzi. I was so in love with her.
Her voice was, right? What did you do with her? What work?
Oh, we wrote together. She sang. We did a duet together on one of her albums. We've sung. In fact, I just found yesterday, I was looking through some videos trying to find something else, and I ran across this benefit we did together for Ronald McDonald House Charities, which is a great organization.
Okay, I used to work with it.
I hosted an event for them in Chicago when I was living there. And Olivia was my surprise special guest. So we did a couple of her hits, but then we did a duet of Suddenly, the song Suddenly, that she did with Cliff Richard. Suddenly, the wheels are in motion. And I...
Oh, yeah. Sounds like a Barry Gibb song. Did he write it?
No, but it's very reminiscent of that. And then we did, speaking of dancing, she talked me into doing You're the One That I Want. Leather jacket.
Oh, wow.
Dance with her. And I'm watching this video and I'm just cringing because I can't.
Is it on YouTube?
No.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'll show it to you. Just so you can laugh your ass off.
I sent you videos. Sandy.
So I see, for instance, a perfect example is John Bon Jovi. ultimate rock star, handsome guy, decides, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, he's going to let his hair grow white.
I don't agree with it.
Let's talk about it, because there's a reason I don't agree with it either.
My wife always goes, "Don't dye your hair." I'll dye it sometimes, you know. Don't dye, just let it go gray. Just go gray. You know, I wouldn't be fully gray, but I'd have
funny
more
because
gray.
Daisy says the opposite.
Oh, really?
If I say, you know what, maybe I'll just let it go. She goes, no, not yet.
Because I think once you go there, that's it. That's your look. I get cast, you know, like a lot of these things, and these girls are so much younger than me,
Right.
that I play opposite of, that I want to try to stay, you know.
But is that why?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to look old.
Same. Why is
And
that?
everybody tells us, right? Oh my God, you look so young. You look so young. Well, we're going to get old. Don't worry, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you know, why not? I think if you say like, what do you think your key to your success or longevity, John, is? I'd say, I still look young.
Yeah. So why would you fuck with that?
Yeah, why fuck with it?
And I don't want to be on. I don't want to be on
we're on
stage.
stage.
We're on stage, and it's sort of like during the pandemic, I let my hair get as gray as it's ever been. It's funny because I was like starting to get used to it, you know, not being seen anywhere. And I did a FaceTime with one of my sons who you came over to his studio, Lucas. And he went, "Oh my God." He goes, "Dad, you need to dye your hair immediately." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Because you fucking look old."
No, as long as you can't, like, you know, I mean.
You've given me some good hair tips, John. I really appreciate it. That's friendship.
Tricks and tips. You didn't dye the top, huh? It's very
No,
light.
it's real. That's
Do you ever put
legit.
sun in your hair? Sun in?
Back in the day,
I did too,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
Probably
'cause you wanted to
fucking
be like-
fried our hair.
I didn't. So
But I just keep.
Did you ever
this-
have your hair long?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you had the
of
mullet
course.
and everything.
And then it was really just long, like super long. You?
Yeah.
But for
I like-
parts. I mean, your hair's longer
it's
now
very
than
long.
it usually is.
I like growing a beard. I kind of a full beard.
Is it white?
Doing this. It's grayish, you know.
Yeah.
We're vain.
And it's okay.
Well, this is our business.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
So the
Bon
people who-
Jovi, like, I guess, you know, I don't know. I mean, he just sold his catalog for a couple $100 million.
did he? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he did. I'm kidding. I mean, I think, but he doesn't care, I don't think, I guess. I don't know. He looks good, Gray.
But I admire it in the way that a couple
But
of these
it's-
guys, I go, wow.
But you can't go back to brown hair
No.
after that. Like, you're gray. Like, Johnny Knoxville's a friend of mine, right?
Yeah.
He's got hair just like ours, but it's gray. And he's like, you know, it's fine. But you can't go back to dark
Right.
hair after that.
Like Clooney did it right because he was gray from when he was 20.
Yeah. Now he's fully gray, right?
I think I asked you this, and this is a non sequitur, but did you ever hang out with Warren Beatty?
I did once.
Tell me. Because
It
he's somebody
wasn't-
that I would have loved to have.
Yeah, he was great.
dinner
Told
with.
stories, took pictures. I don't remember. I mean, it wasn't like, it was at Brad Gray's bachelor party. It was quite a table of Marty Short, and Bob, and him. But we have some great pictures with him too. He talked a little bit. There was a moment where he sort of looked at me like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like the young buck, and he was still, you know, super cool.
Yeah.
I didn't, you know, who used to tell great stories was Bob Evans. I hung out with him.
Oh, yeah. Daisy knew him.
Right.
Yeah.
How well?
Well, he wanted to.
I'm sure.
He wanted to be with her. He was really old. This was the last few years of his life. And she met him at some dinner with some people, and she sat next to him, and she actually sort of like was solicitous. She was like helpful to him. Like, and she
In
was
what way?
just that he needed help. I think she's.
So nothing happened under the table,
No,
right? at dinner?
no hand job under the table for the old guy.
Call back.
But he was so captivated by her,
Who
understandably.
wouldn't be?
And he said, "I would really love to have dinner with you again." And so she ended up going and picked him up in her Rolls Royce, because she drove a Rolls Royce at the time. And
Was this before you?
oh yeah. This is like maybe
said last
5 years before I met her, something like that. And she said, I had a couple of dinners with him.
Why? I mean, was she
Because
just fascinated by him?
Yes.
Right.
And she
she not-
wasn't leading him on. There was he never like hit on her. or
Did she
anything
know
like
that he was?
He just would
I mean,
say,
he
he would say things like,
Why wouldn't
oh,
he?
if I were 30 years younger.
I was 60
you know.
years younger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she told me something that was really interesting. She great stories, like
Yeah.
I bet you. She said I was leaving his house this one night, and he had this wall of pictures. And he pointed to the picture, and in the picture was him young at the Oscars with Steve McQueen. Oh no, it was him at the Oscars with Steve McQueen and Ally McGraw in this picture. And he said to Daisy, "You see this picture? I keep this here on purpose. Because in this moment, I had just won the Academy Award for producing The Godfather. And this is the after party. And I didn't know that my wife in this picture was in love and having an affair with the guy next to who was my friend." And he said, "And I keep this picture here because it reminds me to never
do that too.
Never assume anything.
Oh, right.
Never take your eye off the ball.
Right.
And never get caught up in your own shit."
Right.
So Daisy's the kind of person who she wasn't teasing him or leading him on.
Right,
but she was like, she said he was lovely company. He was really great stories.
He told me about a story. He was, I used to have a pubic hair collection. I'm like, of yours or who? No. Girl, he had a cork board, and in little Coke bags, he would take clippings of pubic hair, put it in front of the thing.
Wow.
Because my fourth wife made me get rid of it, I guess. Like, why?
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Yeah. He'd always say, he'd leave early. He'd say, "John."
Bless you.
He said, "John, it's been a laugh and a tear."
Nice.
Laughing at you.
Laughing at you. We got to remember that. We should reinvent that. We should bring that back. I have one more kind of interviewee question for you because I've never asked you. Tell me a part that you turned down, that you kick yourself for turning down first, and then tell me a part you really, really, really worked and tried to get that you didn't get.
Somebody asked me these questions recently.
Damn it. I thought it was so good.
No, they are good questions. And I don't really, well, I turned down La Bamba. I didn't kick myself. Well, maybe I did a little bit because it was a big hit, remember?
Yeah.
And I thought, even back then, cultural appropriation, I thought, I shouldn't play a Mexican, I'm a Greek. My dad, on the other hand, was like, "You ever see Zorba the Greek, Anthony Quinn? A Mexican played a Greek can play a Mexican." But it was just like a small movie. Like, I don't know what. And so, but good for Lou Diamond. Like he, made him a star. And I don't think I would have, I don't know. But, and I don't think of things like, oh, I wish I did. Excuse me. Some actors can go like, I was strategic. I picked this and I turned this down. I went to this. Most of us take whatever comes you just hope that it hits. I remember I was doing something with Greg Berlanti, and he said, "Will you do me a favor?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "You gotta do a couple guest spots on the show, shooting in New York and play a psychiatrist." So I have a beard. I need it for something. I said, "You don't have to shave. Just go do it." I said, "Okay." That show came out on Hallmark first. Bomb.
Oh, wow.
Then Netflix picks it up, and it's the biggest.
Huge.
I didn't even think twice about it. And then all of a sudden, it's the big, people still talk about it.
Did that turn into more work immediately?
For me?
Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
No, you take what kind of comes around. And then, I'm always in the middle of developing something for myself. Like, you can go make your own record, which you just did, The Magic Hour. Is that the name of the record?
The album is called After Hours.
I like Magic Hours better.
Okay, I'll change it.
When's the album coming out?
January.
I can't wait. Are you going to play Radio City with the big band?
Probably. Actually, I'm playing a week at the Carlisle in October.
Can I play percussion?
Yeah, sure.
Where's the Carlisle? In New York?
At the hotel, Cafe Carlisle, the legendary Carlisle Hotel. It's like the coolest.
It's like
No, it's in
I think
the
Darren.
hotel. It's
I know.
But I'll play a proper. But I'm doing a week of shows
that
there
might
in
not
October.
be big enough for me.
But then next year on the tour, you'll come to the big show.
I'll come to Carlisle. I'll do whatever. It would be fun to play percussion on some of the songs.
Yeah,
Just be the percussionist in the band.
Yeah. Well, you were going to finish a point.
Well, we were talking about choosing and I never really. You just kind of take what
you were
comes
saying
around.
that you develop things.
I develop
because
all things.
I can go.
Yeah, you can go
create
do
my
your
own
own.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we're at the mercy of people. But I'm always like coming up with ideas and working on things and pitching things. There's so many. We have access to so many people. It's a kind of a sin to that.
If you've checked off so much of your bucket list, is there anything left that you think before I'm done? I really wanted.
I'm waiting for my Breaking Bad. I want to do a show like that and have people go, "Oh my God!" And I'm on my way. I have I did this horror movie. I can't say what I play in it, but it's a pretty bad guy. And
The one that we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have and then I have a show at Netflix that's being developed that I think could do that for me. but it's not picked up yet. So that's what I want to do. I'm also playing at the Hollywood Bowl, October 24th and 25th. I'm doing Nightmare Before Christmas with Danny Elfman. I don't know, when is this going to air?
Like soon.
Okay.
You're doing Nightmare Before Christmas?
Yeah, they do this thing where I've done it before. Yeah.
Well, what are you doing?
I'm Paul, Pee Wee Herman passed away. I don't know if you heard.
I heard.
So I'm doing his part. There's Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
Because if I think Pee Wee Herman, I think John Stamos.
Yeah, I'm the next guy. I was wondering, I was like, we want you to take over for Pee Wee. I'm like, all right. Josh Gag, okay.
Okay.
But it was with Danny Elfman singing. It's one of those songs. They play the movie and then they have people come out. I did it with, I did Little Mermaid there like that. I played the chef.
Right.
Les Poissons. Les Poissons.
You love Broadway musicals, don't you? And musicals.
I'm not a great singer though. So it's,
I only asked that because I don't. It's weird. I don't.
You would have liked Cabaret.
No.
Yeah, you would have.
No.
Why?
Especially if you were in it.
You've seen theater. You don't just launch into songs. That's what you don't like about
That's what I don't like about it. And also that.
But Cabaret's not like that. It's in a club and there's a reason to sing. There's no jazz hands in Cabaret. Everybody dies in a gas chamber at the end. Nobody's going like this.
It just isn't my thing, man.
You would like Cabaret. Maybe
You can't make me.
You're right. Did you tell Hugh Jackman that you don't like musicals?
Oh, we have this fight all the time.
Mm-hmm. Did you like Greatest Showman?
I didn't see it.
What a friend.
I know. I told him that. That's a shitty friend.
When you see, have you seen, it's not a joke, on Netflix there's the thing that Billy's been watching called K-pop Demon Hunters. Have you heard about this?
I've heard of it.
It's a Korean, it's the biggest thing on the planet.
Yes.
What do you think of K-pop bands?
What I've heard,
That soundtrack is really
I get
pretty
it.
incredible.
It's sort of like I'm limited in my exposure to it, but what I get from it, it's sort of like a new incarnation of the boy bands that we love, NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all. Like Backstreet Boys is playing night after night at the Sphere.
I hear it's like everybody's talking about that show.
Yeah.
And they're going back, right? Have you been to the Sphere?
I haven't yet. I wanted to see you.
What's the one thing you would have done? You want to do?
Oh.
What's the one? Like I just said, my Breaking Bad. What's yours?
I don't know.
Number one song again?
No, that's not.
You don't care.
No.
How would you have
Songwriters Hall of Fame?
Oh, okay.
I'd like to be.
You're in line for that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it could take a while.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I have the credits, but it's like anything else. It's not.
Do you know the people like the?
You gotta do.
I was there with Mike Love. He got inducted.
Right.
Finally.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, I guess I would feel good about that. But if it doesn't happen in my lifetime, it'll be like, it doesn't change my life.
But that's the one thing that's
This is probably the only thing I think that I feel like I deserve to.
Because it's about your peers and everything, right? Too. Because it's not like anybody would go like, oh.
Probably the more I know about the whole thing, I might go, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but there's, but at least, I mean, they've inducted some pretty great songwriters.
Yeah, I like being on good lists like that.
Right. Well, you already are.
I always give a gift to my guest.
Oh, no.
This was the easiest one because I give a gift of vinyl.
Oh, great.
And this was the easiest one ever.
I hope it's not his.
I just randomly, I went in my garage and I picked this. This is a promo copy.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a kind of a cool collection. I'm sure you don't have that one.
I don't have many. I have a great record player. I don't have that many records. He's going to slip his record in here. I'm going to put it on, not paying attention. All of a sudden, Angelina.
Oh, wait, there's a little insert thing that I didn't even see was in there.
It's his autograph.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
It's Elvis's pubic hair. I think
that's very nice.
Our love of Elvis should be commemorated here.
I think here. Can I say this? I'm really grateful for our friendship. I really, I really like you, and I admire you, and I'm inspired by you. And
I like that we give each other shit, but I like. Well, yeah, I like you too.
I mean, all your good friends you give shit to, right?
Yeah.
But
and we bonded also over Bob.
Yeah. And how many of these episodes have you done so far?
20. How many?
23.
23, and you finally got around to asking me. I mean, what an assual. 23
I think
episodes.
I asked you early on.
I saw it early on. I thought, he's going to ask me to be on this. It took you long enough. But go get that record, the Magic Hour. Magic Mystery. What's it called?
Fuck off.
What's the title of the album?
After Hours.
After Hours.
The song is Magic Hour. You don't care because you're playing on Magic Hour. That's
I
what
didn't
you want.
play on After Hours.
You promoted the shit out of Magic Hour on the show, and I appreciate it, but you promoted the shit out of it because you're fucking playing on it.
I'll promote anything of yours.
But you're also on Summerwind.
And
you're on
the other one is really good.
Days of You, that kind of like Latin.
That was good. I thought the percussion the congas could have been louder in
Bet you did.
because the timbales are like, I was like, Jesus. It sounds like Sheila E. falling down or something.
Stamos was like, well, I'm not loud enough in the mix.
No, I was so flattered. I still am. I want to hear that. Let's listen to those songs.
I got to play you a couple of the new tracks. But
today. I mean,
thank you for saying that. I feel exactly the same way about you. I feel like maybe in a way, like when you came on my radar, excuse the expression, it sounds really weird. When I was aware of you on Twitter, back when Twitter was fun.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, I bet we would like each other.
Yeah.
And
we gave each other shit too, didn't we? Like,
we did.
There was a couple, and I remember Lori Loughlin, she was like, I think Richard Marx is really being mean to you. That's terrible what he said. I go, we're just joking.
Yeah,
do you remember what that was?
No, but we gave
It was
each other
something
some
like,
shit.
fuck off, Stamos. Or it was like, it was something that could have been, misconstrued. I said, no, we joke each other.
Well, that's fun. I have a couple of friends who will deliberately comment rude things to me because they get off on my fans attacking them.
Right.
But no. I'm really glad that we're in each other's lives
Me too. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thanks for being here.
It took you long enough, but I was happy to be here.
All right, John Stamos, everyone.